Hello, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to the video. I have two videos today that I'm gonna play for you guys. Then I'll explain my input on the videos. I'll play the first one, then I insert my input, then I'll play the second one, then I insert my input. And then, the video will end after that. However, how long? Well, the first video is about, I think, a minute and some seconds, and then the second video is about 44 seconds. So yeah, let's play the first video.
What's blowing me the most about this whole DL Whisperer fiasco is
I'm sorry, the first video is about 2 minutes, so bear with me.
that a lot of these women who are falling for these antics are the same women who want a man who bends the typical archaic definition of what it means to be a man. These be the same women who want a man who can be vulnerable with her and aren't afraid to show their emotions. But you better not show them too much, otherwise you're DL. These are the same women who want a man who isn't afraid to get a matching manicure with her. But if you're wearing too much nail polish, you must be DL. These are the same women who want a man who's a gentle giant, a teddy bear, a sweetheart. But the minute he doesn't execute any kind of aggression in the way that she's looking for, he must be DL. These are the same women who want a man who isn't pressed for intimacy. But the minute he tells her no, for whatever reason, it must be because he's DL. That it's like y'all want for men to step out of the confines of what it means to be a man in our society, but they only get this much space outside that box, which is ultimately another box. And while no, women are not responsible for the creation of these archaic and constrictive definitions of what it means to be a man, but at some point we have to do some introspection and assess how much we've internalized those constricting standards and how much we project those standards onto who we date. If you are a woman who wants to date a man whose masculinity exists beyond the confines of what it means to be a man in our society, then you must ask yourself this question. Am I a safe space for this man to explore his masculinity beyond what it means to be a man in this society? Or is his exploration of what it means to be a man really just him walking a very tight tightrope with me that he is bound to fall off of at any given moment? Because while a lot of y'all claim to want a man who isn't like most men, that tune quickly changes once that man begins to perform in a way that lies outside of your comfort zone of how you think a man should perform. Yeah.
So yeah, as you have, as you guys heard in the video, it's difficult for men, especially in 2025, to express their emotions. As a man, if as a man in 2025, if you want to be happy, live a very success, satisfying life, or however you happy life, let's say, you cannot be taking everything women say face value. When women are talking, whether it's in person or social media, you can listen, but you have to be willing. You have not even willing. You have to filter everything what they say, and then retain maybe 10 or 25% of everything they say. Because if you take everything they say and try to apply it, you will be miserable. Because we all know women say, oh, we want men to express themselves, to be more emotionally connected to everything so that we can understand them. At the same time, if a man decides to speak or act according to his emotions, and you hear something about, oh, men used to go to war, now men are this, oh, you know who's gonna be the boys, all these subtle jabs they'll be throwing at men because a man want to express themselves. You cannot do that. If you listen to women, you will be miserable. You have to be willing to just be true to yourself. You cannot, like, when the women talk, just understand you have to filter everything and retain maybe 10 to 25%. Because tomorrow they may wake up and decide, oh, I don't want that. I want something different. They may say, oh, we don't want the masculinity, blah, blah, blah. And the same women we say, men used to go to war. What happened to men? Who's going to be the boys? But they were talking about men are too masculine. Why everything have to be rah, rah, rah? But you guys told us you want us not to just be macho man. You don't want us to just be rah rah rah. You wanted us to be more soft, so you guys can be included in our life in everything we do. But when we're trying to include you guys, now you guys are throwing jabs at us and trying to emasculate men. You cannot. You cannot, as a man, you cannot live your life trying to please women or trying to apply everything women say into your life. You will be miserable. Now I gotta play a second video.
I don't know if y'all seen a video from the creator who said that ugly men have so much audacity because women stop calling men ugly. But I stumbled upon her video because there was a bunch of men who were upset about what she said. And I'm not going to say nothing about the men who are stitching her video because she's got a point. She's got a point. And their response is literally calling her everything but the child of God. And I just think it's weird because she didn't say no names. She didn't mention no names. She didn't say she was talking about anybody in particular. So why are y'all so mad? Why would you be upset? If it don't apply, let it fly. How could you be mad about something that you feel like doesn't pertain to you? And for those of you who are fighting for your lives, saying that she's insane, you may want to take a look in the mirror. Matter of fact, don't. Don't do that.
So when I watched that video on TikTok, I went through the comments to see what some women are saying on the comments, and then I saw one that actually like piqued my interest, and she said, "Oh, I think one said, men who knew they are fine, they just gonna look at it, smile, and scroll past." And then I remember when Kevin Samuel was talking about women who are overweight, who are baby mamas, they wanted these high value men. And you had all women of every race, color, or whatever, they were mad. Kevin Samuel didn't name names. He didn't name the color or the skin or whatever. He just said women. He was just talking about women who are overweight, and now their parents wasn't at that level to require a certain man, and women in general were in uproar about it. This goes back to my point. You cannot, as a man, you cannot, how many times am I saying it? You cannot take everything women say and trying to apply it into your life. As a man, you will be miserable. You will be miserable. Today they may wake up and want something. Tomorrow, that same thing they told you they wanted, they may not want it tomorrow. So you trying to apply what they say into your life so you can please a woman or make them happy, you will make yourself miserable. And then tomorrow she may wake up and that same thing that you were doing because of her, she may not want it. And she may say, "Oh, I didn't tell you to do that. You didn't have to listen to me." I said, "Man, you have to understand this. This is a skill. I do the same thing with my mom. I've told her, whatever you say, I will listen to it, but I will filter everything, and then I will pick whichever one is best. I'm not going to do everything you say, because I'm not going to live my life based on what you say. I will pick whichever one I think it's best, if that's 10 to 25%, and everything else garbage. You want to be happy, you want to live a happy life as a man, go by your instincts, solve the problem, go with the fact and the logic and the reasonable things to do. Don't listen to everything women say. You will be miserable. Thank you for watching my video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to the video. Until next time, stay blessed. I'm about to set up my stream to watch the UEFA Champions League tonight, Barcelona game. I think it's there. So yes, please like, subscribe to the video, and thank you again for watching my video. Until next time, stay blessed. Peace.